Yeah, tonight we're rolling, party till closing. Since I put the ring on the finger, it's still frozen. Love in slow motion, I wanna feel you over me, yeah. Certain magic in your eyes, yeah. Girl, I love the way you ride it, and it happens every time you arrive. That's right. Girl, I want you in my life, yeah. There's a heaven and it's right here. I will never leave your side. Stay tonight, tonight. When you won't see me, when you won't see me, I'm in West London this evening, giving me the feelings. No, I'm not leaving till I fly LA next weekend. Peru, nah, girl, I'd rather go find somewhere quiet. You glow, and I get lost here in your eyes. I'm again, I'll be so. Girl, you just capture my soul. I'm again, I'll be so. Make me wanna just take you home. Peru, para, Peru, Peru, para. I'm loose, even Peru, donde para. Peru, para, Peru, Peru, para. I'm loose, even Peru, donde para. Peru, para, Peru, Peru, para. I'm loose, even Peru, donde para. Ba-da-dum, bum, 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 yeah. It's the yeah. You're gonna my one side. You make me give number. Me no feel look and pass. She give me eye contact. Oh baby, Jack, come on. Oh baby, just give me this your love. Me I go show you love, as long as you know with me, Joe. Your body must go kill him, and I know mine to be one of them. Columbia body name, I want to make my mind a rest. You better make a day with you, cause it's solo show than they cost. Baby, turn around, make a come on top. Feel like I take it by now. Like a boss like Kana. Show to me love, Maya. Put all the love for trousers. You make me want to the dance, girl. Mama Yankulia. Control shift to your pants, girl. Come taking my banana. Yeah, yeah, now this kind thing. Your body they stand it, no, no. Your body they draw like a bono. Your body they hot to your bono. Feel like I take it by now. You like a boss like Kana. Show to me love, Maya. Put all the love for trust. Say you get one kele we show me love. That time I been they play along. Right now I want day for this love. Oh no. Yeah, yeah, I'm on her when she enter, she cause it casala. Miss my flight, I jump in your car. Girl, I want you, and I miss your banger. Oh no, yeah, yeah, girl, you sweet like feel like I take it by now. You like a boss like Kana. Show to me love, Maya. Put all the love for trousers.
Nobody sent you, that's what I like. I did for you, my
See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Now me be your friend indeed. The money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. You know go so far. Cause anything I get now for me and you. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend indeed. I'm money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. You know go so far. Cause anything I get now for me and you. For you, my friend. I know that I don't text enough, but you're always on my mind.
All right, go.
By the end of the night, enter bathroom, fresh up.
She no like it, got her naughty, but she go chop if you give her cucumber. Waka from Transamadi till her leg begin shake her with a locumba. Baby, make her give you solid, make her even mix am with her lay and her walk pow. Ewe de mi te, so she dey feel and da 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 da. She dey feel and da 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 da. She dey feel and da 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 da. She dey feel and da 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 da. She say till infinity, oh yo yo. She say make her put it in, put it in, no. She say till infinity, oh, infinity, oh. She say make her put it in, put it in, no.
We a take Kalauska, Cover me like babushka. Booty like Tokema Kinwa. And your body, you different animal. Sangalo me like a JJ. Make I beat on like I'm Sonny Wiki. It's what you do with the banana. Go determine if you go get us for banana. Very much show yourself, do what you do. Use Kayamata, you feel use Juju. They don't play me your tape for artillery. You they use collect boy salary. Make I put firewood for the fire. Send you the wire. Now you I go am and I no go retire. Bedroom voice be like say you did for the choir. Do re mi so lati do mi
She dey
lala.
feel and da 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 di da 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 da. She dey feel and da 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 di da 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 da. She dey feel and da 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 di da 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 da. She dey feel and da 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 di do. She say till infinity, infinity, oh yo yo. She say make her put it in, put it in, no. She say till infinity, oh, infinity, oh. She say make her put it in, put it in, no. She say till infinity, oh yo. She say make her put it in, put it in, no. She say till infinity, oh, infinity, oh. She say make her put it in, put it in, no.
Make I put firewood for the fire. Send you the wire. Now you I go am and I no go retire. Bedroom voice be like say you did for the choir. Do re mi so lati do mi lala.
Are we good to go? All right. Good morning. This is In Case You Missed It with me, Sammy Njagi, and I'm joined in studio by Malcolm Njagi.
Hey, bruh.
Let Malcolm tell you which show he hosts. Which show do you host,
Hey,
Malcolm?
my guy. I think Malcolm is on the other side.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Hey,
Njagi, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
Man,
I'm sorry.
age is catching
long
up
weekend.
to you.
I'm sorry. Long weekend. I've spent this entire weekend in Hosi.
Yeah, man, sorry to
but it
hear.
was not me. It wasn't me that was sick.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, Njagi. Njagi, please tell them which show you host.
Yeah, just a quickie.
Just a quickie.
Yeah.
What's your show about?
Just having fun, we're not serious like In Case You Missed It over here. We like to take the edge off, have a little fun,
Right.
Yeah, that's what we do.
All right. So this is In Case You Missed It. And here we talk about politics. We talk about the world of politics in Kenya, the things that have been going on, the things that you may have missed last week that happened that has had an impact on our lives today. And a lot has transpired, Njagi. A lot of things have happened over the last week. There was a presser that was done by the former deputy president, Gachagua, who seemingly has become the official opposition, at least for now. Well, keeping in mind that Sabasaba also happened last week, and we had tragic moments during the Sabasaba uprising or the Sabasaba demonstrations or commemoration. That's why it was remembering Sabasaba, but it has become tragic. It was tragic. We lost lives. A lot of property was destroyed. In fact, before I go into the headlines, I just want to talk about the situation in Kenya. And you can tell there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension everywhere, all across the different counties. That people are actually, there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of there's a lot of we're insecure. We're completely insecure, and there's one thing that has held constant: one president, one person at the helm. All right, together with his team. And I was having a conversation, by the way. So let's talk about this, guys. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the conversation that I had just the other day with a couple of guys in the streets, and they were telling me, imagine number one is not a bad guy. What do you think? They're saying number one is not bad. He's not a bad guy. He actually is a solid guy. He's a solid chap. Someone was telling me of the. I don't agree. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with what the guy was saying. They're saying it's the people around him that are horrible. What do you think?
That may be the case, but when you're the one in charge, your name is one who's. If your name is on the paper, yours is on the document. It's on the signing sheet. So at the end of the day, whatever the people underneath you, the guys around you, the ones you surround yourself with, they're the ones who will make the decisions, take action, but your name is the one that's going to be tarnished because of that. So maybe he's a good chap, but
maybe.
Maybe.
You guys, let us know what you think. Do you think he's a good chap? You think number one is not the problem, that it's the people around him? Quite frankly, me, I hit straight. It is your fault. You are the one who chose those people. So it is your responsibility, and you must take action. If you're a good guy, then you must be surrounded by good guys as well. There's nothing like it. It's the people around you.
True.
And therefore, you must really think about the company that you keep, right? Otherwise, at the end of the day, people will always blame you for everything that happens. So, bringing it back, last week was very tense. A lot of things happened. And during the Sabasaba, remembering Sabasaba, the Interior Cabinet Secretary Murkomen actually managed to keep people away from the CBD. Yeah, and so CBD was blank. No one is in the CBD. However, it was then taken to the neighborhoods. It was taken to people's homes. People who are home, they were chilling in their homes, staying away from the CBD, staying away from whatever action there was going to be. But then the action was taken to their homes. And quite frankly, I find it very unfortunate that you successfully manage to keep people out of the CBD, but then you take it to where they are. In fact, when I look at what transpired on that day, I tend to want to ask, when does the violence begin? Because the bigger issue with these demonstrations is the violence. It often starts very peaceful, and then it just deteriorates into violence. It deteriorates into the things that we're seeing. We get deaths, people dying, people getting hurt. There's the rise of goonism. All right, goons are showing up, but often I don't know, and you may agree or disagree with me, but it often starts with the cops. All right, what have you observed, Njagi, in terms of the onset of the violence? When have you participated in this protest, and when do you see the violence begin? When does it start?
I think we had discussed this before.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned that more often than not, at least as the mandamanos that I had been to, yeah, it was you see tear gas first before you see stones.
It's a tear gas first.
Yeah.
And then Mawe.
Yeah, but even displays of what happened last week of there are no protesters in town, and you still now go to the neighborhoods.
That was sad.
Yeah. It shows that really you can't say that the violence was started by the people. The people weren't shooting guns at the police.
Yeah.
The people didn't go into I mean, well, some police stations did take damage. But
that's also questionable, because there was something that was asked the other day, is that you have unarmed people raiding a police station. The police station has armed officers. How is it that unarmed individuals can come into a police station and take it over? Does that make sense? You understand what I mean?
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make. It makes absolutely no. It makes no sense whatsoever that unarmed individuals can come and take over. It kind of, if you ask me, all things held constant, it kind of feels, it can be alleged that it was planned. Yeah. Can it be seen like that?
I mean, another problem is that we have so much distrust for the government. That's a very big possibility.
Yes.
You don't know, maybe they're willing to shoot themselves in the foot so that they don't have to, enlist. But do you get what I'm trying to say? They're
Yes.
willing to take a bit of damage to
Right.
make it look like, oh, look at how bad these people are.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a game of chess. It's whoever is able to play this game is the one that's going to come out on top. Because
Definitely.
to be very frank, because my next thing is the damage to the supermarkets. All right. Someone asked me this question. I thought it was a very important question. You live in a neighborhood, right? You are known in the neighborhood. And then in that very same neighborhood where you're well known, you decide that you're going to loot and destroy the very same supermarket you go to. I mean, you have to be a certain kind of idiot to imagine that you're not going to be discovered, isn't it? Right? And would anyone from that same location want to loot their own areas where they resource themselves? You understand what I mean?
You could say the same thing about government.
Well,
if you think about it, exactly what you said, that same analogy can be used to say the same thing, because you come to the same place, the same streets, the same people who you are begging to give you votes, saying, when I am given this opportunity, do not worry, I will take care of you. We are here together. This is our community. And the second you're given the power, what ends up happening?
Destroy.
You go buy your G-Wagon, the same roads you were supposed to fix.
Yeah.
You fix your life, your car, so that you can drive on the same roads that you were meant to make better. Sad. It's a mentality that's everywhere. So it's not just in the looters.
Yes.
It's in the government and their gooning.
Yeah. Well, it's quite unfortunate that we are faced with circumstances such as these, and I kind of feel it for the country, because a lot of people have lost property worth millions, hundreds of millions over the past couple of months. And now, what I want to get into today is what next? What are we going to do next? Because there has to be an end game to all of this. There has to be an end goal. Okay, so we had demonstrators come out. We have the youth who are speaking very loudly about their dislikes, their mistrust, the things that they would like to have changed. But the question is, or rather, the fact that people are unsatisfied. But then now, and again, this is just my opinion, there now needs to be a discussion. There now needs to be conversation. I know, number one, a lot of people have told me, and I've said this, that objective number one is to get him out of power, is to get the president out of power in 2027. In fact, it was declared by the former deputy president during his press conference that he shouldn't be afraid. No one is trying to overthrow him. That the contest will be in the ballots, right? And that's where the decision will be made, and that's where his message will be brought home. And it's the same for most Kenyans. But now we need to know why. In order to avoid the same mistake, the purported mistake, right, is to identify why and what it is that we would like to have changed, and what kind of leadership we would like to have, and to identify the kind of leadership that there needs to be. And therefore, with regards to 2027, because that's where we're headed, there needs to be an agenda, there needs to be dialogue, there needs to be an identification of the things that people want. Now, Njagi, you belong to a specific group of individuals, and I know you have sentiments around this. Let's start with the youth. What do they want? What do you think they want? I'll speak for the millennials. You speak for the youth. What do the youth want?
At the end of the day, what we're fighting for is just a better future. Yeah, honestly, the way it is that this country has just continued being back-ended, and you people have done nothing about it to now the point where we've been back-ended so much where like now we can't take this. You guys have enjoyed the spoils of this country, and now when it comes to us, there are no jobs, there's not enough money in the economy, we're being heavily taxed. Yeah, no.
Okay, so let's hone in on some of those things. You're talking about taxation, all right? So what taxes? We always, the problem is we tend to always speak generally. All right, we always talk. We don't get to the root issue. So, which taxes have gone up? Yes, we are heavily taxed. We're heavily burdened. We're paying more. But have guys looked into where we are paying more? I'll give an example. Let me help this situation. There's now the introduction of that digital tax. Taxation in very simple terms, on content creation, on content creators. Is that something that we should have or not?
As a digital person myself, somebody who primarily does business on the digital landscape, well, I would say that I think it's an industry that needs to grow a lot more before it's taxed as much, I do think that every Kenyan should pay their taxes. That is law, that is your duty to the country. I think one of the issues where people have is the mistrust of the government of what are my taxes actually doing. So I'd say that if the government was also willing to fund a lot, to pump more into that industry, help it grow and everything, make sure that the people that they want to tax are stable enough before do you remember when a lot of the content creators around betting companies were up in arms?
Yes.
And it's because what you want to take from them is basically their entire livelihood.
Right.
You shut down the betting and you want to tax their content creation.
Right.
This person is back to where they started.
Yeah.
And and honestly, maybe yes, the betting and gambling is bad for people who have a problem with it. But somebody has to make money at the end of the day. And I do say, like, now with those guys, one of the reasons I'm guessing they were so angry is now that the fact that you're literally taking food out of their mouth to the point where they might barely have anything to eat, at least from what they say.
So do you support betting, Njagi?
Personally, I'm not a gambler, so I wouldn't know.
Because there are arguments that, you see, through betting, a lot of people have lost quite a bit of their possessions. They lost a lot of money through it is in economics it's called a negative externality. It often doesn't have a lot of positive benefits if you were to compare, you understand, because the odds are always against you. You get what I mean? So in any case, there were people who are reaping benefits from and there are people who are currently reaping benefits from existing in the online space, and they're getting paid. Their remuneration is dependent on their activities, and now with the introduction of taxes on digital content creators, of course the income will become less and less. I think I agree with you. I kind of feel like it was rushed. It was it's a landscape that needs to be explored. And I even say this, I often say this, I think our situation would have been much worse, all right, if we didn't have the digital landscape. I feel like we would have a lot of idle individuals, because it cuts across. It's not just the youth. We'd have a lot of idle individuals in Kenya, and therefore these demonstrations would have been double, triple, quadruple, all right, if we didn't have the digital space.
True.
All right, because Kenyans are airing out their frustrations digitally as opposed to on the streets, not necessarily doing it on the streets. You get what I mean? So I feel like Gava needs to embrace this space empower this space, right? So that people can earn more before you can. I feel like you need to form the landscape first before now you can take from it. Right,
Definitely.
giving people more opportunities, because I also heard the president mention that he's created hundreds of thousands of digital jobs. Me first, I want to know where. All right, I'm not saying that he hasn't, but I want to know where and for who are these 350 or hundreds of thousands of individuals who have digital jobs.
Yeah.
All right, and how I'd like to know how he's growing the digital economy. Okay, and for whoever has an idea about becoming president, this is a thought, a major consideration that they have to make. All right, if they are going to come into power. But what else? Where else are people angry? Your generation, the youth, why are they upset? Okay, so taxes. The cost of living has gone up.
Yeah.
All right. Why else? Why are they upset? Because I feel like this is just, it's more than just taxes.
It definitely is. I
Uh-huh.
think that's this one of the, as you said, it was this also general speak. That's one of the things that
Mm-hmm.
people were fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say it's a lot, and you also can't speak for an entire generation because
Mhm.
while guys were on lockdown in Kawangware, there were
Yeah.
people who are in lockdown on Mombasa.
Right.
So there's also there's a lot of gaps
Right.
within the generation itself.
Yes.
The one thing that we come together is this the unity of your number one must go.
Yes.
And yeah,
It kind of feels like that. The one common factor is what people are saying. They're literally just saying Ruto must.
yeah,
Ruto must go. But now the question that there is why. Why must he go? What is it that he has done? I can tell you this. I'll tell you from a millennial's point of view. The millennial's point is, yes, number one is the taxation. That right now is very heavy, and based on on our analysis, he's trying to adopt the Kibaki way. But you've got to understand that Kibaki during his first term was very unpopular. He wanted to deliver the economy. He put very constrictive economic policies, and because of that, there was not a lot of liquidity in the economy. In fact, people did not have money to spend. All right, and this made people very angry. Okay, however, Kibaki did find other ways of taxing. All right, that was not as direct as the ones that are being used by Ruto economics. You
yeah,
understand? Body economics, if you want to call it. In fact, this is what I want to say. In very, very simple terms, this GABA is very quantitative. Right? Quantitative meaning they're about numbers.
yeah.
All right. How much money are we collecting as GABA? All right, in order to go and fund, I'd like to say, I'll speak positively because everything else is alleged, government initiatives.
Yeah,
All right, but it's too much. It's too much, and we're not seeing enough to match the amount of money that's being taken by GABA. So that's one of the things that's happening with millennials. Number two, because they're very quantitative, they're not thinking about the quality of life. In fact, I feel like the biggest issue around Kenyans right now is that their quality of life has diminished.
definitely.
All right, and the issue here is I'm not happy. I'm not happy because I work hard and I don't get to feel the money that I have earned. And this is a conversation I think that's going around. They're talking about having a paycheck that means something. People don't have a paycheck that means something. You could be earning 100K and you're taking home 20. You could be earning a gross income of 50K and you're taking home 15 or 18. All right, it is too much. It is too much. I mean, the what did they say? The dignity of the paycheck is really important in as much as it's being used politically, but even qualitatively, it is important for the government to understand that the quality of life also matters. It's not just about quantity. It's not just about taking. It's not just about numbers. For example, before, right, with certain amounts of money, if you have kids, and I speak for the millennials, you're able to take your kids to good schools. You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
But now you're like, what? Yeah. Notwithstanding, CBC, primary school education that was free. No, it's no longer free.
Yeah.
You still have to pay. You have to pay something. The people who couldn't before, all right, are now straining even further because they have to raise funds.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? All right. And here we keep talking about education being the greatest equalizer in society, and we no longer can feel that because money now has become a subject matter in education.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking for millennials, there's a whole lot more, but generally for Kenyans, it's the quality of life. The quality of life is the one that's really hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So it's really important for our government to to now begin to understand um, the people.
Yeah.
All right, and let public participation not be something that they just like to talk about in parliament or in close quarters. That they really bring out and begin to talk to the people on the ground at the grassroots level, because I don't think they're having this conversation. Kila kitu ni kujipiga kifua na kuambia, it's vomiting on people. And I feel is one of the most unfortunate circumstances that we have in the country. Now, notwithstanding, post the Sabasaba demonstrations and what's transpired, one of the other things that happened was that the president came out. Did you watch that when he came out when he was in Kilimani at the police station when he was launching that project?
Man.
The president came out.
Yeah. Literally, I could see him from the fence.
You could see him from the fence. A very emotional. He came out emotional, visibly upset, and he said, amongst many other things, don't shoot to kill. Shoot the perpetrators on the leg. And me, I want to go and ask, because he said that out openly. All right, he said it out openly, whether emotional or not. He said it, and he said, you want to shoot on the leg so that you can, get them arrested and taken to court, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. President, me, I don't know about you and the comms, but if it's your comms team is failing you. Is seriously failing you. If that's the conversation and the narrative that's being put out there by your comms team, I think your comms team is failing you. And I'll say this because not a year ago, we were remembering we had Rex Masai.
Yeah.
And Rex was not shot in the face. He was not shot in the chest. He was shot in the legs. And Rex did not make it. God rest his soul. He did not make it. So telling the cops to now go out and shoot people in the legs is not a solution. And many others, it's not just Rex, but many other people have been shot in the legs and did not make it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's a solution to the current problem that we're having. I think it's very important that we have a different approach to handling the situation that we're currently faced with. And here is the thing. We need to train the police officers. I know we've had this conversation because this is not going to be the end of the demonstrations in Kenya, right? And because it's not going to be the end of the demonstrations in Kenya, we need to be able to train the police to be able to handle demonstrations, right? Some people believe that, or at least from what you've seen and some of the discussions I've had with various people, is that There are some people who left Kiganja training and have never gone back for retraining, which is very sad, which is very, very sad. And therefore, it is important that we have our police force, police service trained and reshaped from force to service, because generations have changed. We millennials had fear beaten into us, so we were a scared society. You guys don't have that, and therefore there has to be. What do you have that fear? Or do you think you have that fear? Do you think we're the same as the millennials?
Oh, definitely not.
In what sense? In what sense, Njagi?
In a lot of ways. Very many ways. I was even explaining, I was having a discussion with one of you millennials the other day. But I wanted to show you this. This was leaked from the police training camp.
What? Goodness me. Oh. Inverted. We'll share this with you guys.
But yeah, you know what I find crazy is that even after those shoot in the leg orders, you know, Kenyans always make the best out of a bad situation.
Right.
Then if you've had the new banger,
there's a new jam. Risasi ya mguu.
I saw another one where it was Kibaki back in 2002. When he was injured and he was in a cast.
Right.
And it was like he was a victim of the shoot in the leg order from 2025.
All right. They're right next to
Moi.
Former President Moi.
Yeah. So, I'd say Kenyans at least know how to make the best of a bad situation.
Right.
And you see now, like with our generation, the way you're saying, a lot of our things are done digitally. We'll express ourselves using memes, and you know, that's what's gonna at least make the situation a bit better. You can say you're gonna shoot us, but we'll laugh about it.
Right.
You can try and divide us and say that the Kikuyus are the ones killing this country. Guess what? It seems all Kikuyus now.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing, and I find it. I mean, from what script is the Gava reading? I said, like, there's an entire nation that's feeling a certain way, and then we have a Gava that's just seemingly, either they've blocked their eyes, they've got blinders, but they seemingly do not want to accept the findings on the ground. Seemingly. It is, I don't know. It's like we have a very rigid Gava.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it's as you're saying, you know, with your generation, you had fear beaten into you. So it's a thing of when the government says the people must do. Now we've gotten to the point where the government says the people are asking for an explanation.
Yes.
And they're like, but we don't have to give an explanation.
Yeah.
The ones before us never had to give an explanation. Why do you want us to? You're supposed to jump.
Right.
And you know,
yes. I think that's you're quite right, Njagi. We had in the past we've had governments that just tell us. Yeah. And you know, during the same presser that the president gave Wells in Kilimani, he mentioned that none of the previous presidents have went through what he's currently going through with the people. And I want to say, just to confirm what you're saying, you know, the president, Mr. President, you're not going through the things the other guys are going through is because society then was not asking why. Society now have found their voice. They're now asking why. And because they're the ones who put you there, you best have answers. They're best, there can't be, you can't build castles in the air. All right? And the unfortunate situation with Mr. President is that he's made promises that he's been unable to fulfill in the past. So people don't trust him they don't trust him that much. So even the answers that he brings, they have to be tangible. All right? And in fact, if anything, if I were to advise the president now, it would be stay away from the media. Stay away from the media. Stay away from having conversations and feeding into the political atmosphere that there is. just go and do jobo.
Yeah.
Go and fix the nation. Go and build the things that you're building, the roads that you're building, the jobs that you're creating. Go and do, and let your juniors do the rest of the communication. Or just hand it over to your comms team, all right, to go and now communicate the workings of the government, all right. I know the last time I saw Mwaura, do you know who the State House spokesperson is? It's very hard. It's very hard. But during Kibaki's time, you knew it was Mutua Albert, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. During Uhuru's time, you knew it was the lady. You understand what I mean? But a lot of people don't know who the State House spokesperson is because the president is doing all the speaking, isn't it? All right. So I think the advice I would give the president: stay away from the media, stay away from social media. Do you know Uhuru Kenyatta decided to abandon social media altogether? Perhaps the reason why there was a fallout between himself and Dennis Itumbi. I don't know, allegedly, but Uhuru decided to get out or get away from social media and do the things that he needs to do. Right? I think I would advise the president once again. Yes, it's a way of connecting. I'm not saying altogether abandon social media, but it is time. You've got 2.5 years left. In fact, let me not say 2 years. You've got under a year left because the political season kicks off next year.
Yeah.
All right. You've got under a year left to deliver the Kenya Kwanza manifesto. It is time to now stop politicking and get down to working so that you can change and shift the narrative. And so here we are. We're here. We're doing this. We're going through this. In the meantime, we've got an opposition that is alive. We have an opposition that is now even gone cross-border. They've gone to former deputy president is now in the States. Doing mobilizing. I saw his
the Kikuyus over there.
Yeah, all Kenyans in diaspora Kikuyu. I am. So he is in the States. We saw together with Martha Karua. All right, and they're busy holding discussions with various people in the States, and that's likely good. I saw Samido is also there, and it's very interesting how far the deputy has gone. And I'll put out this statement. You guys can agree with me or not, but I often say this. I feel, and this is just based on in case you missed it, the biggest mistake, or should I call it mistake? Let me change that. All right. No, I'll just call it as it is. The biggest mistake the president made before becoming president was selecting this guy as his deputy, Rigiji as his deputy. All right. I think he was not ready. I think he hadn't done his homework, or his people had not done enough homework for him. But I feel the thing that he did not anticipate was his deputy. All right. And then the second biggest mistake this guy made, our president, was to have him impeached. I think it was his saddest moment, because he didn't know that it was going to be injected to him. He did not know that this guy possessed that ability. And in as much as I have heard all these politicians say, oh, Rigiji is nothing. Rigiji is not nothing.
That's true. I think, his biggest talent was making us forget everything that he said while he was in government.
Correct.
Yeah. So yeah. I think that's what we would call in this generation. That was the beginning of his villain arc.
Right.
The moment he was impeached, when he was thrown to the back alley, that's when he was like, this is what you're going to do to me, man.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Yeah. Then he's assembled his own Avengers. Exactly. And he's come back.
Yes. And so I say, number one, I think his comms team was not prepared for this guy, for Ricky G. And the truth of the matter is, I think it's time we start taking this man seriously.
Man.
You can't keep saying that he's a nobody or he's not educated. Have you heard him and his press conferences lately? They're not dumb. All right, they're not dumb conversations.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they're not dumb conversations. He actually is speaking the sentiments of the people. All right, and it is the one thing that the government has been unable to do through and through for the last 2.5 years. If there's anything, learn from him. Hey, Gava, learn from this guy. Learn from the former deputy president if you're gonna make any moves anywhere. Because the truth is, namnajidanganya huko. You cannot talk about Reggie G being a useless man. I think you've grossly underestimated this man.
Definitely.
Grossly underestimated the people around him. In fact, if anything, go and poach his comms team. Go and poach his guys. Right? Because those guys are doing a fantastic job getting his message out there.
True.
And he is a great mobilizer. So I don't know what it is that you're going to do. But if you are going to compete against him, you better style up. Because the narrative that's being pushed about Riggy ain't real.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have a question now as somebody who is more in the political space.
Uh-huh.
Even though Riggy G has assembled his Avengers and, the Backstreet Boys are going on tour, what do you think is now going to happen when we get to the time for the ballot and, not all of... It's either they put their forces together and choose one person to go and stand, or, they divide and conquer and go against each other.
These are my thoughts,
Yeah.
and it's based on the history of this country. Ever since 2002, the thing that has always worked is the formation of a coalition. And for sure, the current opposition, will create a coalition. Because as it stands, they have one objective, is to get number one out in 2027 through the ballot. And therefore, I feel very strongly that a coalition will be formed. But ideally, what people, because a lot of people have selfish interest. All right. So number one, what is going to happen is you'll see a lot of political formations. All right. You're going to have different people creating their own political parties. All right. The other day, Kalonzo Musyoka reinvented Wiper. Okay. Earlier, Martha Karua reinvented NAC Kenya. All right. And then you've got Akina Eugene Mawamalu and all those people. And now you will see, I don't call him opposition because we don't know what his agenda is now, but Moses Kuria has also, he resigned from his current position, and he is likely going to restart his political party. All right. And so you're going to have a myriad of political parties, all right, whom eventually, somewhere in 2026, mid to late 2026, is going to create a coalition that will go into, in fact, let me say this, I think it will happen in 2027. All right. The coalition will likely be formed in 2027, around February, March. All right. That now will go into the campaigns geared for the 2027 elections. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think is going to happen. There will need to be a flag bearer for sure. And if he's a smart man, flag bearer is not going to be Riggy.
Of course.
Okay, it's not going to be Riggy because Riggy, in as much as we see what it is that you're doing, he doesn't have a national identity. He has a regional identity, and therefore there needs to be a flag bearer with a national identity. And when you look at it, you start narrowing it down, and you guys can tell us in the comments who you think ought to be the flag bearer for the opposition in 2027. But there's some people off the top of my head that come to mind. Number one, and very obviously, Kalonzo Musyoka. I'm sure he's going to be one of the people who are going to be considered for the top position. Obviously, and I think very popular with the youth is Fred Matiang'i.
I thought you were going to say Maraga, but so I'll
Ah,
continue.
no, no,
Matiang'i?
I'm continuing. I'm giving you my list of people with a national identity. Fred Matiang'i, all right? He's been there. He has stated his intentions. He has a national identity. He was the cabinet secretary, education, and then interior. All right, and so he has had that national experience and the national footprint. Number three, I'll give you Maraga. All right, and Maraga is growing in popularity. He is. He is out there. He's made his intentions known. He has a lot of positive traits around him. He has got a good team around him, but he needs to get a stronger team, a stronger national identity. Because for me, I think I've only seen him in Nairobi. Yeah. We are 47 counties. He needs to go and visit the other 46 just to get a feel of what the sentiments are about him on the ground. But yes, there's the Maraga factor. There's another guy that a lot of people are not seeing.
At,
All right, and for me, I see him. And this guy is called Jimmy Wanjigi. All right. If you ask me, that's a guy to look at and look out for, because number one, he's well educated, well experienced, and successful. Yeah. All right, and this is a guy to, if you look at the country, all right, I also think he has great international relations, and I imagine, truthfully, if we put these CVs on the table, okay, and then we look at what Kenya needs, okay, I would put Jimmy Wanjigi at the top. Up there, because again, we also need peace, right? I would I would put Kalonzo there, because Kalonzo is a diplomat and also very well educated. But I see, if you ask me, against Maraga, Matiang'i, and all those guys, I see Wanjigi. Yeah. I don't see scandals. I have not heard of major scandals around Jimmy Wanjigi. He's a successful businessman. He connects with the people. So that I'm campaigning for him, but Jimmy, you can give me a call and we'll have a conversation. However,
I feel like somebody said the exact same thing about Donald Trump when he tried to run against Obama.
Well,
but it's okay.
No, but Donald had his traits.
Yeah.
Donald, you could see the way he handles his business, blah blah blah. You could tell he's got a little. He's been dictatorial all his life. All right, but there's a guy. If you follow Jimmy Wanjigi, all right, and you follow his conversations and how he thinks and his understanding of Kenya, the national debt, of the economy, and the things that we ought to be doing and the direction the country ought to be taking, that man knows what he's talking about. All right, and if some of the things that he was talking about are implemented, would go very far.
Yeah. So
very far.
So if you're putting it like in football terms, your starting lineup, you have Jimmy Wanjigi as your captain.
I share between, and only because of his diplomacy, I have Kalonzo and Jimmy together.
So you'd put him VP, Prime Minister.
And then to be able to fight, yani to be on a level playing field with Kenya Kwanza, they need to be deputized. The deputy must be someone like, or has to be Matiang'i. Yeah. It has to be. All right. So I would put Jimmy Matiang'i or Kalonzo Matiang'i to be the flag bearer. Okay, and then push. Hold on, and then hold on. There we go. So, Fred, so flag bearer, Kalonzo or Jimmy, and then Matiang'i, all right, to be in that position to fight, and then number 3 is the Speaker of the National Assembly. That's for me, that's an obvious position. That for me would be someone like that would be Martha Karua. All right. Martha Karua, either Speaker of the National Assembly or Attorney General, but I'd actually put her in the Speaker position.
Yeah.
All right.
AG.
The what?
Who would you put as AG?
AG Muturi, Justin Muturi. They said that he was useless. I don't believe he was. I think he's also a very smart man. All right. So I would put him at AG, or actually, let me take it back. If we continue to maintain the Prime Cabinet Secretary position, then I would say I would put him at Speaker, so Justin at Speaker of the National Assembly, and then put Martha Karua as Prime Cabinet Secretary, so that she can whip all those people, make sure that they're doing the right thing, because that woman is a straight line.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Yes, I would put her Prime Cabinet Secretary, and then put Justin Muturi as Speaker of the National Assembly. AG, I'd have to think about that and who would be prime for that position. So if we had that kind of a lineup, just think about it. If we had that kind of a lineup, that would be fantastic. Yeah, I would not leave Fred out. I would not leave Fred Matiang'i out. The problem is, him, he has a lot of skeletons. There are a lot of things the opposition can touch on. They can, use to dissuade Kenyans from voting, especially if we put him at the helm. But if we put him number 2 in command, and because he has all that knowledge, I think it would amplify, it would strengthen the person at the top. And if you ask me, between Kalonzo and Jimmy Wanjigi, that for me is a coin toss.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy Wanjigi can afford to campaign.
Yes, he can.
So
he's got the resources. Yeah. He's got put something out there. Come and tell me why not Wanjigi. Come and tell me why not Wanjigi. But I feel like Wanjigi is can be a great front runner. Just consider. Yeah, you young people, consider Jimmy. This is just based on my own. I mean,
research, he hasn't put his name out there. When he puts his name out there, we'll consider him.
Yeah, Jimmy, please put your name out there. Let these guys know that you're going for top position. Because the truth of the matter is, I think his CV is good enough for him to. To run for the top position in the country. Can you imagine? At least, he can represent us in the States. He can represent us internationally. He's a good guy to have us.
Even our president has been going on a world tour.
Yeah, but things have changed. First, he was the darling of Africans until everything just changed for him. And so I feel like I don't know. For our sitting president, I think there's been a shift in mindset. There's been a shift in the way he's being perceived by people. There's been a shift in the promise. He was the promise.
But as you said, it majorly goes down to his communications, because what's happening now, it's basically that communication, like what he's putting out now is like. And now, as you said, a lot of people are watching, and these headlines have been going on for at least like the last month straight.
Yes,
building up into June 25th. And going now Saba. The headlines have just been going. We know, at least locally, like the Standard has not been relenting.
No, they have not.
Yeah, I was making a joke the other day with Tesh, just a quickie, check us out.
All right,
I was telling him that that we know that the nation will be okay when the Standard goes back to their regular front cover.
Right, yes.
We know everything in Kenya is back to normal.
It's not black anymore.
The other day they went navy blue, then back to black.
Then back to black. Right, yes. So I feel, yes, very, very important. If you ask me, if I 'Cause, a job is a job. If I was given the job to work out the strategy for the current sitting president, number one place I'd go to is comms, because I feel like either comms has failed him or he's not listening to comms. It's one of the two.
True.
Yeah, one of the two. And the truth of the matter is, you have to be able to identify the sentiment that exists in the country, and your comms team is supposed to do that. Your comms strategies, they need to know well beforehand what the people are feeling, so that they can help you tailor the communication that you ought to be having with the people.
Yeah.
And therefore sentiment becomes of value, becomes very important for you to identify in order for you to design communication. And I think one of the things that the president ought to do is to invest in a great comms team, just like he did during his campaigns. All right, during his campaigns he did a fantastic job. And let me tell you, do not, and I think this is the change that happens once you get into power. When you're looking for the power, you're very humble, and your communication is directed at winning people. When you get the power, your communication changes. It becomes vomiting at the people. All right. And for me, if you ask me, I would get rid of all those people that you used, or at least get a new crop of people, or direct a new strategy, because it cannot be kujipiga kifua, kuattack, kutukana. You are literally doing the things that you are fighting against whilst you're campaigning.
Bana, like that communication team doesn't have one Gen Z amongst them.
Yeah.
Like honestly.
Yeah.
Like they don't have one person in that room to be like, guys, I think maybe
yes,
let's reconsider the way we're doing this.
Right, yes. Really important because the tangent that their comms has taken ever since they came into power is a very sad one, up to and including the advisors to number one. That thing of thumping your chest is not gonna work with Kenyans. If there's one thing that I know about Kenyans, is we are a very sympathetic and empathetic bunch. All right. Number one, the moment you come into power, you become a target. You understand what I mean? You become an enemy, and that has to win the people back. The people always fight Gava. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Even Uhuru was fought. Even all presidents have been fought in the past, because everyone is looking at you to deliver something individualistic. You understand what I mean? And when you don't, right, you become an enemy. And therefore, there needs to be that understanding. Not everyone will like you, not everyone will love you, but it doesn't mean that you take drastic action against those people who are not feeling you. You get what I mean? All right. So that's number one. But you've got to identify what the sentiment is on the ground. Number two, this government, and I might be repeating myself, but they've got to stop being quantitative in nature. It's not about numbers. It's not about numbers alone. All right. In fact, I think it's a shame when people deal with statistics only in terms of how to get us back in shape, but they're not looking at the qualitative elements. Generally, it is a statistic in economics, and an important statistic when measured, and that's the quality of life. It's really important, and in that quality of life, there's something called a happiness index.
Yeah.
All right. In Kenya, it's non-existent. It's not, people are not happy. They're generally not happy. There's a lot of tension, and which is why you always feel like something small will spark a big thing. Yeah. You've got to ask yourself, even this government ought to ask itself, why is it that before June 25th in 2025, it was not big. There were no big mandamanos. I think the mandamano was online.
Yeah.
But the moment they said, or they found a reason to go to the streets, it was huge. And I'm almost certain also they did not anticipate that it was going to be that big on this past June 25th.
Yeah.
All right. You've got to ask yourself, why is it that Kenyans are so ready to come out and demonstrate on the streets? And by the way, you cannot say it's goons. You cannot say. You see, on June 25th, yes, the goons were there, imported by. Okay, we won't say who, because we have not been able to verify.
Allegedly.
But we allegedly, but we saw who they were working together with. All right. So you have goons, but the majority were not goons. The majority were angry Kenyans who are out there to make their voices heard. All right, about how it is that they feel. You've got to ask yourself, why are those guys there? Why weren't they in their offices, at their offices? Why is it that they're willing to make time, all right, to come out, to come out and protest? You get what I mean? Yeah. So these are the questions the government should be asking itself, as opposed to coming out and hitting at people very hard. Yeah, at punishing, sijui mara abducting, sijui mara shoot on the leg, sijui what. No, it can't be like that. It cannot be a situation where you're trying to suppress the voice of the people. It is not, right? And having also forgotten Article 1 of the Constitution, number 1, yeah, the people, the sovereign people, all right, are the government, and the government are the sovereign people. You can never forget that. All right, and suppressing the voice of the people is not a solution to the problems that we have. Okay, so I want us to take a break, listen to a couple of jams, and as we do, when we come back, let's go through what's going on in the dailies, what the Standard is saying amongst the other colleagues, and take a look at what you guys have had to say online. Share some of the comments that you have, and we have a nice robust conversation, because the next thing we're going to do is an Icon Radio initiative. Our Icon Radio initiative is to ensure that you people are now educated enough to become voters in 2027, so that your voices are heard. So keep it locked. This is Icon Radio. This is In Case You Missed It, with me, Sammy, Maina, and I'm joined in studio by Michael Njagi, and we'll see you shortly.
Unakasumbala jano de waste time, ona. Me I want fire bazooka, ona. Mr. Money no de waste time. Mr. Money want to ease your mind. Say baby to find no de too shine, unaka. Show why me. Mr. Money no de waste time. Mr. Money want to ease your mind. Hello, you carry back a lot of filo. I'ma check a phone no go de ghost to. Ready to pay what 10 kilo. Kumatingaza, Shinasa in your falapa. Agata from Osaka from Nibulala, Nishelo Japa. Omo Ajebota, Libi Migapa. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. Nishelo Japa. Omo Ajebota, Libi Migapa. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. I don't like the nonsense, we are Kubota. Sunga la ja sunga la ja sunga ulu sunga la ja sunga ulu sunga Mr. Money with the vibe right now. Mr. Money with the vibe.
Sungbalaja go my body. My problem is I too sabi o. Pop Marley for the pool party o. Agata o ya dagbada. So you dey wine me, you know see Uber o ya gbokada. Shop anka, you go shop gada. Ele Sungbalaja ja Sungba. Carry your matter for head like Oshuka. VVS is on my neck, zero fuka. You dey puka, you give me sugar. Cause you know you carry, you give me super. Ele Sunga. Oya ti mo bata biti konga.
You carry back like a filo. I'ma jack a phone no go dey ghost you. Edu to gbe what 10 kilo. Kumatingaza. Shina sa inyo falapa. Agata from Osaka funi ulala. Nishe lo japa. Omo aje bota lubi mi gapa. I no like nonsense we yakubota. Nishe lo japa. Omo aje bota lubi mi gapa. I no like nonsense we yakubota. Sunga la ja sunga. Sunga la ja sunga. Olu sunga sunga. Sunga la ja sunga. Olu sunga.
Give me sugar, cause you know you carry, you give me super. Ele sunga. Oya ti mo bata biti konga. Oluwa boda.
London. Another banger. Yeah. Sexy love, what she need from a bad boy like me. Yeah. Sexy kiss is the thing that she ain't for my lips. Yeah. My sex herself is the only air that she breathes. And when I look into her eyes, I know that she can never get enough of me. Your body high me like lean. When we do it, skin to skin. And as the rush they increase, I feel the drip in your V. Shorty say she feeling so. She grab my neck and she whisper, please. Shorty give me that splash from my chest to my knees. Yeah. Shorty got a lot in her bucket list. I give her number one, she need a bucket quick. And when we done, she feel me like a majesty. Grip. Round two, quick. Round three, pelebe. Next day we go do one for your place. Make sure that your daddy is known. Make sure that your mommy is known. Switch off that television. Netflix know what I came here for. Shorty better shut your door. Cause I know one disturb me, boy. Shorty like it when I drill a hole. When I finish, I go.
Sure you remember when we no feel the chest back. When we see the pushy and us go to first talk. This is my story, you know go fit left. Cause not the guy matter we go fit to end class. Yeah, yeah. Babylon, Babylon. Me a corona, run until I find devil's gate. Babylon, Babylon. Me a corona, run until I find devil's gate.
Stubborn for you go though. Blood that can cool for your face like Okoro. Leader, lion, yes I be idolo. Fight and face my fears, no ojoro. Fire burn Babylon. Jesus. Man I move like a stallion. Jesus. Meeting strong, me not tag along. Jesus. What best and the champion. Big Tony carry on.
They be the shake me, say I don't be mad pow. I got it set back if I easy my setback. She a buka, get it big, then I stop and pass government when no creed to enters. Yeah. Babylon, Babylon. Me a corona, run until I. Babylon, Babylon. Me a corona, run until I find devil's gate. Me a corona, run until I. Me a corona, run until I find devil's gate.
My love is bigger than the ocean. On your skin like a lotion. Loving you is my devotion. Give you girl full potion. Oh my beautiful addiction. With a sweet vibration. The two of we is a vision. Anytime I slip your name I dimension. So tell me girl where you there. Just me I go let the fire blaze. Anytime you want your ways. Watch out the man them they grace. Hey man, tell me where you there. Girl I've been loving you for days. Anytime you wind up your waist. All of the man them they grace. Baby I dey colo for your love. I dey mad for your love. Baby I dey colo for your love. I dey mad for your love. Baby I dey colo. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Baby I dey colo. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Come give it to me, baby. Platinums. Nini sasa. Me, I'm giving thanks to the creator. Your mama born you well better. Nyuma kama ifunga utoneta. Kinavyo pepe akimweta. Oh na na. Body sanyonga makiliti. Odi na gonga za mendichi. Usinichomeka kidonda na spiriti. Mimyonge taumia. Baby, you got me falling in love. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey Mona Lisa, my teaser. Hope you might be reason your body give me fever. I done the shiver when you hold me tight. One in my Baby, I dey colo for your love. I dey mad for your love. Baby, I dey colo. I dey colo for your love. I dey mad for your love. Baby, I dey colo. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Baby, I dey colo. Your love, your love, your love, your love. Baby, I dey colo. Come give it to me, baby.
dey colo colo, eh. Baby, I dey colo colo, eh. Baby, I dey colo colo, eh.
And I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe. Oh no, and me I stand the defender like Joseph Yobo. But girl say she want Netflix and chill, so I chatty get even money. If you fall in love, Kelly satin. You go to breakfast, I'm not capping. Can you see dripple, I'm not catchy. I'm not faking this, no fugazi. You see these feelings, I'm not catching. I'm a quest and feet, I just want the happiness. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go right. All I care for the night. Happiness. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go right. All I care for the night.
FNESS, if it be the reason why your baba wanna jealous me. If you want to take I'm serious, I do top speed. No fit to resonate, I'm on a different frequency. I don't think it's necessary. I be done with that somebody that could do like me. Man, I be like Musala coming off the right wing. I cut through your defender, you no need to tell me. I'm a house, finesse. And you know, send me, I'm a snap. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you're not careful, finesse. You know, send me a must snap. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you're not careful,
finesse. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go right. All I care for the night. Finesse. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go right. All I care for the night. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go right. All I care for the night. Happiness. If I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go right. All I care for the night. Tu dis ma coula yo. Elle m'a fait dormir sur moi. Elle m'a fait dormir sur moi.
Everything I do, I under, 50 under.
Right, and we're back. We're back. This is in case you missed it with me, Sammy Maina, and we are talking about the state of the nation with regards to the political situation, the landscape that we currently are in, and I'm joined in studio with by Michael Njagi
From just a quickie.
from Just a Quickie. And earlier we were talking about what was going on last week and what the situation was, and I think we've come to the conclusion that we're in a very tense space. We are dealing with a lot as a community, as Kenyans, and we are crying for change. We're crying for to see something different, to experience something different, and we that a lot of people are asking for a little bit of empathy from the government, because it's been very painful in terms of the taxes, the cost of living, and the general sentiment about our way of life and quality of life. And so, coming back to this conversation, and I wanted us to end the show with this is because people are asking for change and people are asking for a difference. We at Icon Radio have decided to take up the responsibility for civic education, and we want to push this in a big way, because in the past this has been the biggest shortcoming, where we there's a run up to the elections and we don't have enough registered voters. And look, for the past 2 years, it's been made clear that the youth have a very strong voice. But unfortunately, when it comes to the elections, the youth are not present. It's the same old, same old. It's our shoshos and gukas who are in the lines. It's now millennials who are out there, and we don't have the youth. And so this is a call for people to register, for people to go out there and register. Number one, identify whether you are registered. So going to the various portals to check whether you are within the IBC manifest. And here you need to confirm that you're a registered voter. Number one. Number two is, if you're not, get registered. All right. If you're a holder of an ID card, if you are the holder of a national identity card, please go out there and get registered. Number one, as a matter of priority, because it's not nearly enough to be out there in the streets demonstrating. It's now time. It's now high time that you get you be heard through your vote in 2027. So make sure you are registered. Number three, there's one thing that's going around that's very tough, and it's one of the things that's been amplified by the digital space. In as much as we are in the age of information, we're also in the age of misinformation. So it is important for you to identify who are those credible sources that you can look to. Not Moshene. There's a lot of Moshene that's been going around, especially in Siasa and across the board. Both opposition and Gava have been victims of misinformation. So it's very important for you to identify the people who offer you, and I'll tell you this: Icon Radio will be one of those platforms for which we will make sure that you are getting in the right information, the correct information, and not propaganda. We will be pushing in a very big way to ensure that our research is accurate, that the information that we're disseminating is real, it makes sense, and is not part of any kind of propaganda. So we have made that promise to you guys, to make sure that you guys are getting the right information. So let's live in an age where all information can be verified. Now the IEBC has been constituted. The commissioners are there. That's done. All
Yeah.
right. We can talk a whole lot about the way it happened, blah blah. But ultimately, the reality is it has been reconstituted. So now the thing is, how do you keep them in check? That's the next step. All right. How do we keep these people in check to make sure that they're doing the right thing, they're going through the procurement processes in the right way, blah blah, that we're going to have a good, credible election. So that is our mandate as the people. Our job is to make sure that there are checks and balances, that we get the results that are right. All right, whether we like the results or not, that they're the true results. All right, so it's very important that we all do our civic duty. All right, we do our civic duty as a nation to ensure that that we get our desired results.
Yeah.
All right, so step number one, if you verify that you are registered to vote. Step number two, if you're not registered, make sure that you register.
Yeah.
All right, and then step number three, make sure that you're on the right platforms. All right, with sharing with getting information from the right people to make so that you're not fed with propaganda. Okay, and this is a shout out, a call out to our bloggers and guys who are pushing information online. Please, don't fuel flames. All right, don't add fuel to the temperatures in Kenya are very high.
Yeah.
Right now, and we only have one Kenya. All right, we do not have another Kenya, and so if you want the right governance, there are mechanisms to ensure that we
get it. Yeah.
we get it. Okay, and so I would like to urge people to do the right thing. All our activists and feed Kenyans with the right information. We don't have to aggravate society, and 2 years is not a short. It's not a long time. It's actually very short. I mean, we are getting into the political season next year, and so time will pass us by very fast. But at the same time, nothing is left behind. The economy must still continue to grow. We must continue to feed our children, ourselves. We'll continue to pay rent and stuff like that. So it is important that the economy continues to thrive. And so the one sentiment that I have and I wish to share with the people is we have come this far. All right, we need to soldier on. Kenya will continue to exist. It must continue to exist. I pray that we do not deteriorate like our neighbors, and that because of the position we hold and the fact that we are trendsetters, we can do it in the right way, and in a way where everyone's voice is heard. We are a democracy. To the government, we are not an autocracy. This is not a dictatorship. All right, it's high time that you go and listen to the people and what the people want, as opposed to what you feel the people need. All right, very, very important. So it has to be shared across board. To the opposition, we don't need to champsha anyone. All right, to Gava, you need to listen. Stop jipiga in kifua. Stop flaunting yourself. It's such an insult to Kenyans when things like those happen, and which is why a lot of these politicians are growing into negative popularity. It's now they're being known for all the wrong things, all the things that Kenyans hate. All right, so it's about time that we have that discussion. It's about time that people met on the table. To the young people, fine, one of the agendas that has been put on the table is for the president to leave office. all right, but it's important to, you have to justify with the why do you want him to leave, and what kind of changes are you expecting, or what kind of progressive measures would you like to have implemented. It's about time to start talking about the things that you want, and not just the things that you do not want. All right, I know we exist in an area of mistrust, but someone has to come onto the table. Perhaps Gava, in order to assist, you can have organized meetings in universities, colleges, and so on, to have conversations with the people, just for general public participation, to just to understand what the sentiment on the ground is, get information. But this is where we are. These are the things that I believe we need to do. I don't know, Njagi, do you have suggestions that you wish to share with the people in terms of how we can move forward?
No, I don't really have much to say, honestly, because the people are pretty clear on what they want. I think, as you said, it's just about now creating opportunities where the people can be heard and the government can come to the table without also them feeling threatened. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then it is what it is. Njagi, I just want to say, with regards to the youth, Gen Z in particular, don't forget there's an up and coming generation, Gen Alpha. We have to set great examples for them as well. I'll tell you this, they were saying, oh, Gen Z have brought into light something that was not there before. It has always been. I think Gen Z learned from their predecessors. All right. During Moi's time, we had demonstrations. Even Sabasaba was a Sabasaba demonstration. We've had demonstrations through and through as a result of the political environment and things that were happening. But now it is time for change. Change is not necessarily against or aimed at the people that we wish to change. It can also be within ourselves. And there are other ways of making our voices heard. So this is a call out to Kenyans from all walks of life, hata wenye wako diaspora. Ukweli wa mambo ni, we are where we are, and people are calling for change, for difference, and there is a right way of doing it. I'm not saying that anyone was wrong with the way they addressed it in the past, but I'm saying there has to be a more peaceful way, a way in which we're not losing lives. We're not losing property, and that we're still making sure that the economy is growing. I mean, the things that happen to Akina Magunas, to Naivas, to people's properties, businesses in the CBD and across the country, that was not fair.
Yeah.
You have people who have invested in their businesses 10, 20 years, put in all their capital, and they just lose it just like that one day, just because we want to get our voices heard. That's, for me, the moment that we have the destruction of property and businesses and so on, and lives, for me it becomes it's not worth it anymore.
But as we had discussed earlier, this is the gooning of the government,
right?
Because June 25th, the previous year, Parliament was the only place, well, not the only place, but that's where the vandalism started. It didn't start with people's shops and all.
Well, again, we have different, we may have different opinions about that, but I feel very strongly about the destruction of property. I personally feel very strongly about the destruction of property. However, we have a duty of responsibility. We need to generate a sense of responsibility for each other. We are our brother's keeper, and at the end of the day, if Gava is not working, we have our moments to remove the Gava, right? And we can utilize those moments. I'm not saying that our voices are silenced, but we can use other channels as well to express our sentiments. That's non-destructive in terms of life, in terms of property, in terms of business. I feel generally that it's worth considering that we don't necessarily have to take such drastic measures, especially kwanza when we know how the Gava will respond. There are other avenues, there are other ways. But on the other hand, remember, Gava, you are for the people, by the people. All right? Taking away the rights of the people is not a solution to anything. All right? In a democracy, it's, the majority. It's about the majority, not the minority. Okay? And in a government that's supposed to be inclusive, we need to be able to let everyone's voice be heard. So it's very, very important. It's crucial for the government to make sure that these things are present and available to the people. Okay? And so my final word with regards to our state of the nation as of today, the 14th of July 2025, is it's time to take a pause, to think, to register yourself as voters, to get ready for the up and coming elections, to be informed through the right channels, to destroy misinformation, all right, and create channels of productive and useful information, all right, and for us to progress our country in such a way that we continue to be the leading nation in East Africa and Africa in general. So those are my final words, because Kenya is ours and we are proud to be Kenyans. Njagi, anything else you want to add?
God bless this country.
Amen and amen. So this was In Case You Missed It with me, Sammy Maina. I was joined in studio by Michael Njagi. Please catch him on...
So just say it. Just say it. let the millennial out, just say it.
No. Your show is on? Which day? What time?
It's the late night show,
It's a late night show. So join Njagi on the late night show.
Just say it.
I'm not gonna say, I'm still a millennial. Maybe next week. Maybe next week. Just a quickie. All right. Catch Michael Njagi, co-hosted by Tesh DJ, on Just a Quickie. It's a late night show where they just talk about things that are happening and
the other side of Nairobi.
The other side of Nairobi. All right. So this was In Case You Missed It, and I look forward to having conversations with you once again next week and online. Please leave a comment. Let us know how it is that you feel about what's going on in Kenya in general, and the things that you wish to have put out and communicated to our government as well. Let us share proper information with one another. This is this is Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug. See you next week.
Touchdown, also get me. You know that I'm not one of them. Go to good looking like $1 million bucks. Clean like a religious song. Alhamdulillah, in God I trust. Headed for the street and they corner talk. No be choice, I could line not. Me, I know the green like Donald Trump. Makinde, solo Makinde. General solo Makinde. The first time we they use slap them face. You know my style in a follow come. And I no go lie, and they follow small. When you talk, say I no show love. Do I look like I give a fuck?
Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot or battles. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot or battles. Do I look like I give a fuck? Lifestyle banana. Offer the bag or bewakwa. Give them a chance to Tiaro. I feel the machine family mewa. OG Pugola. Ibali Chigas at Doba. Motimonanja Quesimona. Emana Poromono Konoka. Say they know the cream I have for long da. And you know the beans man every time, yeah. Last on the game. And I know they see you at the march. I said, what's the plan? Which you got there? Or some way got your love, buddy. Or if I can't knock up. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I? Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot of a toast. Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? I don't give a shot of a toast. Do I look like I give a fuck?
I call your name when they ask me?
Who you done?